From the station putting local first, you're watching Studio 9.
Good evening and welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maese. This week, we're bringing you the show from Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino with everything Kentucky Derby, which you'll see only here on KTSM 9. There are few American sporting events with the history and popularity of the Kentucky Derby. From sipping a mint julep to wearing a beautiful hat, the Kentucky Derby celebrates Southern tradition. The Derby is the longest-running sporting event in the United States, dating back to 1875. And Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino will be celebrating everything about the race this Saturday. It's the place to be to enjoy live racing and fabulous food, fashion, and fun. Sunland Park also boasts a local tie to the 2009 Kentucky Derby winner, Mind That Bird, and the trainer who got him to the finish line. And we're actually talking to someone who knows a little bit about the Kentucky Derby. I'm here with Chip Woolley. If you don't know his name, you should. He was a trainer for Mind That Bird, and Mind That Bird actually won the Kentucky Derby 10 years ago. Tell me a little bit about that experience, because it really is just an incredible, incredible achievement.
Well, it was an incredible trip all the way around, but we were very fortunate. Mind That Bird ran a huge race that day and put us on the map, you know, Sunland Park and the whole Sunland Derby thing, and it was a real great experience.
And Mind That Bird was a long shot. He didn't win here at Sunland Park, and then he qualified to go there, and then just winning it.
He actually qualified by winning a race in Toronto,
Okay.
Canada, and then we brought him here, and he'd been on a layoff, so he wasn't quite right anywhere, not quite ready, and he ran second, and then he came back in the Sunland Derby, and we were pretty disappointed with fourth in the Sunland Derby. We thought he was better than that, and then he kind of moved up the list as time went on and got into the Kentucky Derby, and so we made the decision to go, thank God.
So you show up, the odds are what, 50-1 for Mind That Bird, and the horses take off, and he's kind of in last place.
Well, that was somewhat intentional. We wanted him back probably 15 to 20 lengths, and when he left the gate, he got run over pretty bad by a couple of horses and spit him out the back. So then he was 30-some lengths back, and so it was not the best of starts to a Derby, your first Derby starter, you know. But Calvin stayed cool-headed and rode him perfectly, and got a rail trip, beautiful, beautiful trip, and we got up to win.
And as we know, both in life and in horse racing, it's not about how you start, but how you finish. Talk about when he's catching up to those horses and he slowly begins to pass them, and he wins by how many lengths? 10, 15 lengths?
No, he wins by 6 3/4.
I mean, he's catching up and takes the lead.
When he went by me the first time, he was way behind, and I was kind of disheartened a little. As they went down the backside, he started kind of gaining slowly, just kind of grinding up to him. But when Calvin sat down on him and asked him to run, you could just see him just swallowing him up. I mean, he was going by him so fast, it looked like he was running twice as fast as everybody else. And so when they turned for home, I realized, you know, we've got a chance to win then, you know. And so we were all on our chairs screaming and hollering, you know. And honestly, I didn't even see the last 16th of a mile. I mean, I knew we had won already, and Calvin was flagging him with his stick. So we were celebrating in the box. I didn't even see the finish.
Spectacular upset.
Now, I watched the replay. You were there live. What's going through your mind? Talk about the emotions. Like you said, you start off disheartened, and then the momentum switches, and he's in first place. I mean, what are you thinking?
Actually, as it went on, you got, you know, more excited, but then all of a sudden, you're just stunned. I mean, you've won the Kentucky Derby, and I mean, who wins the Derby, right? So we were just kind of, everybody looking at each other like, you know, what do we do now, you know? And actually I had to sit down and cry for a second, get up, go out, take the wind picture, and it was an exciting time.
It's just the time of your life, right? Something you'll never forget.
Absolutely.
You're getting a little emotional right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm getting emotional with you. What an incredible experience. And as you said, you helped put Sunland Park on the map. Talk about that real quick.
Well, you know, Sunland wasn't a prep for the Kentucky Derby. It wasn't a graded race, and so after Bird win, the grading committee moved it up to a grade 3, which put it on the trail for the Kentucky Derby. And so now we're one stop on the Derby trail, so that's great. It brings a lot of good horses in, and a lot of the bigger trainers come in here to run, so that makes it good.
Thank you so much, Chip, and congratulations on Mind That Bird. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino is the place to be on Saturday, especially if you're looking to celebrate the Kentucky Derby. I'm here with Tony Chavez with the Racetrack. Tell me a little bit about what's going to be happening on Saturday and why people need to be here.
Well, okay, Patricia, thanks for coming out, first of all. We're really excited because Saturday is the Kentucky Derby. It's also the last weekend of live racing we're going to have here at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. We're ending our racing season this Sunday, so Saturday is a big day. We have some big races out here, 9 races starting at 12:50. But there's going to be a lot of other things. Great food, fun, there's drinks, we got mint juleps. It's just a lot of fun. And we thank you for coming out. We invite you to come out and all your public to come out and see this amazing day of racing that we're going to be having here at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. If you want to wager on the Kentucky Derby and any of the races at Churchill Downs for that day, this is the day to come do it here. You can do it here legally with us. Have a great time. It's going to be an awesome day.
And people should plan to get dressed up as well. The way they do at the Kentucky Derby, I mean, you want to come full fashion hats and outfits. Why?
Absolutely. Everybody likes to dress up. Kentucky Derby is one of those days where you wear the big hats, the fancy hats, the great suits, all the nice colored ties. Everybody just gets in on the dressing up for the day. It's going to be something incredible, a lot of fun, and it's here in our backyard here at Sunland Park, New Mexico, which is a stone's throw away from El Paso, right?
And people will get a chance to see some stellar races as well and some horses. In fact, we have some jockeys that have qualified for the Kentucky Derby, those that have won the Sunland Park Derby, and some other events that are happening that day. Talk about those races.
Yes, well, there's races that actually have been run here with points earning towards Kentucky, and we have some horses that will be running in Kentucky. They won't be here, unfortunately, because those horses are in Kentucky running. So, but they have run here. We've had a lot of horses that have run here that end up running in the Kentucky Derby.
And we talked about Mind That Bird that ran here, which is outstanding as well.
Chip Woolley, great. You know, he's from the area. He trains here. He always has horses in our barns.
For those who can't be at the Kentucky Derby on Saturday, this is the next best thing. Come to Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. We talked about fashion, food, and fun. Of course, lots of fun. You talk about the mint juleps. We're going to talk about that shortly on the show. The fabulous food, the fashion. Everybody needs to head out here to Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino on Saturday. How early should they get out here?
As early as you want. We'll be opening up, and Churchill Downs starts racing at 8:30 in the morning, and we'll be racing, and we'll be taking wagers since then, and you can come out as early as you like. We'll be here at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino.
And we're actually watching a race get done right now, and it's a lot of excitement and fun. The weather's going to be fantastic, so we'll see you here on Saturday for all the Kentucky Derby happenings. Thanks a lot, Tony. There's still more to come on Studio 9 from Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino, including some suggestions on how you can pick the winners.
Welcome to the edge of Texas. At the edge of Texas, our steaks are delicately cut. You have to love the outcome of the food. For me, my heart is in it, and I'd like to share it with everyone. We have great margaritas. They are part of the edge of Texas. The edge of Texas, for me, is my home. You want a home-cooked meal? You want great service? Come to the edge of Texas. We'll take great care of you.
Summer's here, and with a great deal on a new Toyota, you can do all the things that make the season so much fun. Like go biking, Mother's Day, glamping, graduations, music festivals, motocross, zip lining!
During the Summer Starts Here sales event, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2019 Camry.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
It happens. One bad day, a twisted ankle, a broken tooth, pneumonia, or worse. It can happen any day. If and when it happens, it could cost you thousands of dollars in medical costs. Health First has changed all that. Health First provides health care coverage for medical prescriptions, dental, and vision if your employer does not, or if you do not qualify for Medicare or Medicaid. Health First can get you covered with the health care you need. Single coverage or family coverage. Do not overpay for health care, and do not go without health insurance. Protect your health. Protect your wealth. With Health First. One call can get you covered. Call this number. If you are uninsured, underinsured, call Health First now. Safety first, you first. Health First.
Studio 9 sponsored by Tropicana Homes. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
I'm here with someone who knows a little bit about racing. A little bit. Alfredo Juarez is one of the jockeys. You've been racing for 26 years. Now, you actually won the Sunland Park Derby back in 2016. Tell me a little bit about that and the horse you were on.
Well, his name is Hans. Steve Asmussen trained him. And it's one of my biggest races that I win in my life so far, because I still can ride for another 6, 7 years more.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So it's a long, long career. So how do you prepare? Big race, Sunland Park Derby, you're riding hens. How do you start off your morning and then go through the day?
Come in the morning, work my horses. Most of the time I get like 6, 7 horses in the morning. I go home, change clothes, come back, and just the day start going.
Do you give hens a pep talk, like you tell them, hey, we're going to win today?
No, actually, I just, I saw him in the barn that morning, and they told me, well, he's ready. I said, well, me too. I'm ready. I saw him in the paddock, and I was the number 9 that day, and I was just excited just to go to the race.
What's the feeling like when you're number 1 and you cross that finish line?
Especially in a race like that. Oh my God, it's like a dream come true. And actually, that was so funny because my wife dreamed that we won the Sunland Park Derby. So I mean, she's not here like that much in the races, and that day she go like, I have to be there. So she came in and I saw him there, and she's like, good luck, with a big old smile and everything. And then when they win the circle, everybody's like super happy and excited. And then she's like, I had a dream that we were gonna win it.
And you did.
And we did.
In 2016. And for those who don't know, the winner, the horse that wins the Sunland Park Derby, qualifies for the Kentucky Derby.
Right.
So that was the big achievement, like you said.
Oh, I was happy in that moment because I was like, maybe I get the chance to ride him in the Derby, and that's everybody's dream. They want to go to the Derby. But, I mean, they have better jockeys, they have better names.
But still, it's a big accomplishment.
A big accomplishment.
So, talk about how much the jockey comes into play. I mean, people think, okay, it's the horse that's running, but what you have to deal with as far as controlling them, telling them when to run, which way to go on the inside, on the outside. Tell me a little bit about that and break it down for us.
Well, we got like maybe 30–40% of the horse. First, you have to break good at the gate, put him in the race where you want to be. Second of all, I mean, you have to rate him. That's what we call it when you hold the horse. And then when you're ready to go, that's when everything comes through. You start whipping, you start driving, you just everything, every part of your body, you start using it. Because most of the people think that you're just sitting in there, but it's not like that.
And you love what you do, you can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can tell. Thank you so much, Alfredo, for giving us some insight, and congratulations. Big win for you. All right, let's talk about racing. I'm here with Eric Alwyn. He is a publicity director, but you're also what is known as the handicapper. Tell me a little bit about that. What does the handicapper do?
Handicapper is someone that's trying to pick a winner of a race, and he or she has to, dive into all the research and the past performances and be watching the races and sort of kind of get a clue on what's going on so that they can predict the future. Like most prognosticators in any kind of a discipline, you're trying to take something from the past and project it into the future. So it's an educated guess, but it can be so much fun. I mean, betting on a horse race is absolutely thrilling, even with $2 on the line, because you, the bettor, have a vote.
Yes.
It's your choice. It's not, just by happenstance what you go for. You made the choice, and if you're right, it can be very, very exhilarating.
And you said it's an educated guess. Talk about that education of sorts. I mean, how many hours a day are you studying and looking at horses?
I think that you have to do at least a couple hours if you're looking at a particular track. There are certain things that always come to play. The leading jockeys and trainers tend to have the best horses.
They do.
That's a general. That's a law.
But not always.
No. Okay. Pretty much most
always.
of the time.
Okay.
It can be small stables that maybe come up with a big horse.
Okay.
But by and large, you want to be on horses that are trained by the top trainers, and the trainers pick the best riders. So there's that symphony of factors that go into play as to who's going to win the race. I think the trainer has probably the most influence on a horse's future because the trainer is with the horse each and every day, guiding him through his paces, putting him through his exercises in the morning, training him, directing his career, so to speak.
Yeah.
So the trainer has a large impact on how a horse is going to do, you know, in the future. Certainly the owners pay the bills.
Yes.
And it's, you know, we can't have racing without them. And the jockey's very critical because his decisions, you know, can make it or break it as far as winning or losing. But you want to have that relationship, and it's all of that stuff is printed out on the programs and the racing forums where you find the high percentage trainers and jockeys, and I tend to go along with that, but it is a particular sort of a sport where paying attention can pay off.
Yeah, there are always those anomalies.
You want to find a horse that maybe got in trouble last time out that maybe people didn't know about, had a real excuse, and then the next time it runs, then, you know, if it has good luck without falling in traffic problems and such, it wins. That's a good case to try to follow.
So you've been doing this for most of your life. For a novice like me, what are the things I should look for? Quickly, what are some of those three things that I should look for?
What the horse did last time out. How long ago it was.
Okay.
Did he come in first, second, or third?
Okay.
You typically want to have horses that are coming in the money, you know, fairly regularly.
Okay.
A horse that is run within a month.
Okay.
Not a year ago. Recency matters.
Okay.
You want to know what kind of races they've been running in.
Okay.
Have they been high dollar races or cheaper? There's a thing called class in racing, you know, where you can find horses that win the Kentucky Derby and Breeders' Cup. That's like a high level of class compared to a horse that has never won before.
There's
no
a lot. Question.
There's
no question. All right, well, thank you so much, Eric. I'm going to go place some bets, and hopefully he helps me pick some winners. We'll see how it works out for me. Thanks so much,
Best
Eric.
of luck, Patricia.
Thank you. I'm super excited. There's still more to come on this special edition of Studio 9 from Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino, which you'll see only here on KTSM 9. Now we're going to talk about fashion. You'll want to stay tuned, and we'll show you why you'll want to dress up for the Kentucky Derby.
Oscar Leasers and of El Paso is doing our part to support the El Paso Fire Department. Fill the booth this May. With your new Hyundai purchase, we will donate $100 in your name to Muscular Dystrophy Association.
And all first responders get an additional $500 off their Hyundai purchase. Plus, new Elantras are only $13,987. That's $13,987 for a new Elantra with a 10-year warranty.
Join us in supporting Muscular Dystrophy Association.
National Furniture Liquidators $1 million clearance event. Dinettes $199, sofas $188, love seats $98, reclining sofas $298. Now a National Furniture Liquidator. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
If you have been seriously injured or lost a family member due to an accident in Texas or New Mexico, call an attorney who will fight for you and your family.
Call my dad.
James Kennedy represents people injured in trucking accidents, refinery accidents, and all types of accidents in Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada, and Arizona.
I represent injured people and people who've lost family members due to accidents because I want to make a difference in this world. Let my law firm help you in your time of need.
The Chihuahuas are back in town on May 3rd for 4 nights packed with promotions. It all kicks off with Boy Scout Night presented by GECU on Friday. May 4th is our First Responders and Hero Night presented by the Hospitals of Providence with a post-game fireworks spectacular. Sunday is Cinco de Mayo and our first El Paso Margaritas game presented by Manzanita Sol with an umbrella hat giveaway. And on May 6th, we're giving out free Road Jersey fleece blankets while supplies last. Gates open at 6. Buy your tickets now at epchihuahuas.com or by calling 533-BASE. The El Paso Chihuahuas. Fetch the fun.
El Paso's own Dr. Daniel Lopez, specializing in cosmetic and general family dentistry. Healthy 32 Dental now offers dental implants, your best option to missing teeth. Invisalign clear orthodontic aligners, and same-day crowns and veneers using 3D technology. We also offer a wide range of dental treatments, including wisdom teeth extractions, root canals, gum disease treatments, and partial and full dentures. Healthy 32 Dental.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lopez. One appointment is all you need.
Healthy smile, healthy life.
Applebee's Bigger, Bolder Grill Combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Furniture Liquidators $1 million clearance event. Dinettes $199. Sofas $188. Love seats $98. Reclining sofas $298. Now a national furniture liquidator. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Welcome back to Studio 9. Now, you can't talk Kentucky Derby without talking about fashion. I'm dressed for the occasion. I'm here with Chaz Wilson with the City Magazine. Now, you all are going to be out here on Saturday. Talk about that portion of it when it comes to fashion and what you're actually going to be doing.
All right, so the City Magazine will be here on Saturday right around 1 o'clock. We're encouraging all women to dress their Kentucky Derby best. Really focusing on our hats this year. We're going to have a competition. 3 cash prizes are going out for second, third. Women, your colors, your originality, your femininity in your hat, have a different theme to it. Just really use your imagination and get fun.
Have fun. Feathers, glue guns, sequins, whatever. Not just a hat, but you want to be bold and bright, right?
What do we just say? The higher the hills, the higher the hat, the higher to Jesus.
The higher to Jesus, the closer to God. So you want big hats, big fascinators, bright colors. I tried to get it today. You all will be judging on Saturday. What will you be looking for?
Really just originality, outside of the box. Don't just wear a typical hat. Really get creative. Come with your favorite theme, colors, feathers, like you said, glitter, anything along those lines.
The horse racing without the fashion, because they go hand in hand. People, I feel like, want to get dressed up for it. And if you can't watch it in Kentucky, you come to Sunland Park. But the history behind it was really a social thing for people.
Yeah, it's over 100 years of the fashion that the women got so dressed up, because it was a man's sport at first, and they wanted the women to come and enjoy it. And you'll really get to see, 100 years of evolution of the fashion of what it's really turned into. And at the Kentucky Derby, it's really a lot about the fashion and the hats, not just about the horse racing anymore.
You tune in for those pictures of the celebrities, of the people there, and they go all out with those beautiful hats. And as we said, those fascinators, those small style caps that you just kind of wear on your hat. But as we said, if you can't watch it in Kentucky, next best thing is here at Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. From 1 to 4, you guys will be here. And it's a lot of fun. Just go wild, have fun. Well, not that wild. We want to make it appropriate, but you want to have fun with your costume, right? And so you'll be here judging, and at the end of the day, like you said, there's an award.
Yeah, right around 4 o'clock, we're going to bring everyone down. We're going to bring up the top 3 placement, and like we said, cash prizes.
Ladies and even men, if you want to wear a hat, you can, right? It's 2019. Get dressed up for the Kentucky Derby. Make it an event. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, get dressed up for the Kentucky Derby. And, of course, we're going to see you here wearing our fabulous outfits. Kentucky Derby will be live right here on KTSM 9 on Saturday. Don't forget to tune in. Meantime, there's more to come on Studio 9, including the signature drink. You don't want to miss it. That's coming up.
Hello, Salvador Perches of Perches Funeral Homes here. We are celebrating 60 years serving our community in the borderland, and I want to extend my gratitude by offering $600 off all traditional funerals and cremations in immediate services or prearranged. Remember that we are locally owned and offer the best services at the best prices. Call us or stop by any of our 7 locations. Compare and save. Perches Funeral Homes.
For the first time ever, make our discount your discount with employee pricing at Denver Mattress. For a limited time, our employee discount is available to everyone. Get 15% off a single Denver Mattress brand product when you spend $9.99 or more. And with our 365-night better sleep guarantee, you'll rest easy knowing you're getting the right mattress. Plus, 2 years, no interest financing. You pay what we pay, only at Denver Mattress. But hurry, employee pricing ends Thursday the 9th.
We are a AAA family. I was introduced through my family. My husband was introduced through his family. We had the same insurance company for a long time, and we were fed up with paying a lot of money. We decided to go check out AAA insurance. We were shocked of how much we would save.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $508 on auto insurance. Compare that to Geico, State Farm, even Allstate. Call now for your free auto insurance quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching to AAA insurance and bundling our insurance policies, we're able to save over $450. The savings that we get through AAA insurance enables us to do more of what we love. More gas in our car for driving up north to go camp. You do s'mores. You can't lose the s'mores.
Yeah.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-280-4129 for your free auto insurance quote today. AAA Insurance, helping you save more.
When they say I can't do this, it just makes me push harder. I know it's going to be a challenge, but I have high expectations. And I focus on the possibilities and take every opportunity in front of me to build my own life. It's my dream, my future, my journey. What's yours? The University of Texas at El Paso.
Shaking up the house, rolling out the wheels, knocking down the price, kicking out the deal.
Get nice price from the nice guys, only at Casa Nissan. You got a license? You got a job?
We sell a deal.
Get nice price from the nice guys, only at Casa Nissan. Where Montana, Paisano, collide. Apúrate.
Shaking up the house.
Jewelry provided by Ben Bridge Jeweler.
And in the spirit of the Kentucky Derby, let's talk about spirits and what you drink for the occasion and even eat. I'm here with Danny Bejarano. He is the Food and Beverage Director for Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino. Now, what is the signature cocktail or drink for the event?
For the event of Kentucky Derby, the mint julep has always been the signature drink.
What goes into it? Tell me how you make one.
Well, there's 4 simple ingredients that goes into it. Fresh mint, ice, bourbon, and simple syrup.
And how long has this been the signature drink? How did the Kentucky Derby come up with that specific
Well, actually,
cocktail?
the drink itself was originated in the 18th century in Kentucky. Senator Henry Clay brought it to Washington, D.C. at the Round Robin Bar in the famous Willard Hotel. From there, Churchill Downs picked it up and has been using it in the Kentucky Derby. It's been 145 years that they've been using it, and Woodford Reserve Bourbon has been used for 18 years there for the drink itself.
And talk about a little bit about the specific liquors that you have here. The beautiful bottles, like you said, they're commemorative.
Yes, so Woodford Reserve every year creates a bottle that's commemorative, featuring all the horses that are running. This is the 145th year edition of the bottle itself.
Okay. And then some of the other ones that you have?
Some of the others, they're the same bourbon. It's just the Woodford Reserve itself that's made in the oak barrels every year.
And so for those who can't make it to Kentucky, next best thing is coming here, as we said. And if you get a mint julep, you get these beautiful glasses, whether the glass one or this one. Tell me a little bit about this one, the copper.
So
yes.
the mint julep itself has always been served in a commemorative glass, a specialty glass, usually silver or pewter. This year we're featuring this gold or the copper glass here. And traditionally, when they would drink the mint julep, they'd hold it from the bottom this way or from the top to keep the glass from getting warm, keep it nice and cold. We also have the commemorative glass that shows the 145th year and running of the Kentucky Derby.
Tell everyone out there watching why they should be here on Saturday for the fashion, of course, but also for the delicious food and, of course, the beverage as well.
Absolutely. Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino is the place to be. We're going to have live racing. We're going to have the Kentucky Derby on TV. We're going to have live casino. We're going to have live racing. We're going to have the food and all our outlets being paired. It's going to be a fantastic day. This is going to be the place to be for the party of the day.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Danny. And thank you so much for showing us how to make a mint julep. And there you go. We'll be here on Saturday watching the Kentucky Derby.
Thank you.
We want to thank Sunland Park Racetrack and Casino for inviting us here today. That's it for Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maese. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow to KTSM 9, where you'll see live racing of the Kentucky Derby. Meantime, we'll see you back here next week. Have a safe weekend.
Its advice as the field turns for home. Top of the stretch, it's still joined to the dance with a tenuous lead. Regal Ransom and Pioneer of the Nile strikes the front just outside the 8 pole. Musket Man is coming hard down the center of the track, and Papa comes right there too. Down toward the inside, coming on through. That ICYMI, that bird now is coming on to take the lead as they come down to the finish. And a spectacular upset. Line that bird has won the Kentucky Derby. An impossible result here.